So I bought a Deuce Pro and almost immediately made it take magazines. This one takes talons only. To get the adapter to fit, I had to cut off the katana part so that it fits underneath the rotation mech, because it's kind of silly to buy the Pro revolver and then immediately make it not use those anymore and use mags. Kind of silly. But I wanted to make this thing use mags and the original cylinders. And I'm really close. I have to get a better spring for the rotation mech because it still has a lot of rotation issues. But the biggest issue I'm facing right now is the cylinder retention piece. This bit right here, to get the talon to be able to fit, I had to cut out the supports that keep this in place. So it can slide in right there, and it kind of holds right there, but I need some way to like actually properly keep it in there. And that is proving to be a very difficult task, because this is such a small piece. I drilled a hole all the way through it, and then I drilled a hole on the other side, little tiny one. I just don't have a screw that's small or long enough to do so. If I just find a tiny screw, it would work. But I thought about magnets, but you're going to be using a lot of force to push those cylinders out, so I think that's a no-go. I'm not sure I'm going to do it. I'll figure it out, but in the meantime, I do have a actually pretty nice mag-fed pistol, and it does feed pretty well. For comparison, there's the Spamf. It's longer than the Spamf with the barrel extension, but without the barrel extension, this thing is tiny. There it is next to the Spamf. It weighs a lot less, doesn't have that barrel, so it's a little more maneuverable in this configuration. It's 100 FPS, so like I don't feel bad about shooting small children with it. That sounded weird, but that is really nice, where if I'm using this in combat, this hits like 150, 160, I think, with this barrel. I'm using a polycarbonate barrel, whatever Slug used in the Esper, and a Worker Scar, because I like that more than the stock barrel material. I do not like their stock barrel material. It's way too loose. Not really affected in this, but I don't like it, so I swapped it out. But I'm using this, and decently range shots this, because this thing shoots like 100 feet almost flat, which is pretty darn good. And then there's a small child and you don't really want to shoot them with this, so you just take that off, shoot them with that, and it is louder, but it does hit a lot softer, which is really cool. I really like that. I really like having the quick swap barrel. And if I bought a second one, which I might, because I still kind of like the revolver function. And plus, if I buy another one, I'll have 6 cylinders for it, which would be pretty nice. Oh yeah, that's right. I drilled a hole in my finger while making this. But yeah, I really want to make it take both mags and cylinders, but if it doesn't work out, I do really like this, and I will use this. And then if I do buy a second one, I could maybe brass the other barrel and then have, quick swap barrels. You have this one, another barrel that makes it hit, maybe 180. I don't know if they can hit that with brass. That might require spring upgrade. But I would like to see if I could just have like a whole arsenal of barrels that are all different FPS. This one's 100, this one's about 150, 160. Maybe like a 130, 180 would be really nice. I don't think I can quite get 200 out of the little plunger tube in this, but it might be nice to try. We'll see. But that is just a little video of what I did. I will be trying to clean this up in the future. It's pretty rough. I'm probably going to put epoxy putty, more likely hot glue, but yeah. that's just a little mod that I did really quick for fun. So that's my my MagFed Deuce. Still just an awesome name for a blaster.